All right, gentlemen, welcome back into another NFL DFS video. My name is Eric Paulzine with 9to5 Sports. Going to be breaking down the Monday Night Football game here for you guys. Yes, it is probably going to be an ugly game. A lot of the NFL games this season have been ugly games, okay? It is what it is. We can't control that. Okay, what we can control is the breakdown of the information and kind of hope for the best. Yesterday's Sunday Night Football slate, it was kind of strange. I just want to touch on this because in the single entry contest that I was playing in, Trent Sherfield was like 1% owned, which was strange. Okay, there was a lot of strange ownership from yesterday's slate. I'm hoping that'll be the case again on this slate as well. Pretty much from yesterday's video, if you took out Pat Freiermuth and had put in the kicker into your build, you had a very, very successful day. So hopefully we can give you guys that one-off decision here as well. Also, guys, yesterday hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. I just want to say thank you guys. Thanks for the support, honestly. It is amazing. The community has been amazing, and I do appreciate that. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That helps the channel out a lot, and I do really appreciate it. All right, without further ado, let's get into the Monday Night Football picks. Oh, at the end of this video, guys, I know you guys are familiar with the sponsors of 9to5, Sports Battle app, and also Stat Hero. I'm going to be doing a deep dive coverage of what we have available on today's prop bets and also head-to-head matchup on both of those platforms. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that coverage. All right, so I guess we'll start with the Bears. David Montgomery has been kind of their workhorse running back, and in this game, I do expect it to be low scoring, just like that Washington game was last week. The Patriots defense are a very, very solid defense, and so are the Bears. The Bears defense is pretty solid as well. So I do expect this to be a low scoring game. So for David Montgomery, that volume should be there for him. The 15 to 20 opportunities should be there for him. We just need more of those opportunities in the passing game. We need him to get 3 receptions to really pay off this price point. He should be a safe play to, hit value. Ish, not hit value. He should be able to get to 1x, honestly. Okay. This is a high price point, especially for a flex, but he is probably the safest in terms of workload on this slate. And that's why he's the highest priced player at that price point. I just don't know if we have to play him. That's the worry. He probably is the most likely of Bears players to score a touchdown as well. That's the worry. Okay. I have been trying to find ways to fit him into my builds. I just haven't liked the builds as much when I do that. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Justin Fields, he's been bad. He has been bad. The one thing he's been good about is running the football. That does create a nice safe floor for him. Okay. Each of the last 3 games over 10 DK points, which sounds crazy to say that that's a nice floor for a quarterback, but it's the slate that we have. Still terrible throwing the football. He should be having more yards passing. He should have had another touchdown last week against Washington. Could have had 2 more. Darnell Mooney just drops that one on the end zone. Could have been a better ball as well. He missed a bunch of open receivers in the last game. We all saw it. I'm glad people finally saw what I've been seeing for weeks. Really struggling to throw the football. The good news is the plays are there and they are easy plays to make. They had a lot of time off this week with the Thursday Night Football game last week. You would hope that an NFL quarterback could be able to figure out the simple passes, the simple reads, the progression read. But if he does that, he's probably not going to scramble as much. It's a tough play, but if you play Justin Fields, I get it. I do. The player that I've been going out of my way to play for the Bears is definitely Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney is their most talented offensive weapon. We saw that come through against Washington where he finally got some targets. He has been making some great catches really this whole season. And really, if this offense wants to do anything, they need to give him the ball more. Okay, they need to give him the ball in quick fashions as well. Screen plays, okay, short dump off passes. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands and make him make some plays. I do think they are going to correct that. Okay, 12 targets against Washington. He had seen 5, 5, and 6 targets the previous weeks. It is a risky play, I know, because it's the Bears offense, but Darnell Mooney does make a lot of sense. And honestly, if there was someone that would break this slate, maybe score a touchdown as well, that'd be Darnell Mooney. So for me, for the Bears, he's the one player that I love the most in terms of a captain's play. 7.4 is a cheap price point for a flex. 11K is a little bit risky for a captain spot, but I do think he could break the slate. He is someone that has been playing about 90% of the snaps as well. The most snaps out of any player, not a quarterback. Cole Kmet's also tied for him as well, but I don't love Cole Kmet either. From there, Dante Pettis has been, playing a lot. Okay. And then last week we did see him get targeted a decent amount and he was open a decent amount. Needs to be a little bit better catching the football. He's probably a decent receiver number 4 for a team, not a receiver number 2. EQ playing a lot, just not that good. You guys ever see the Mr. Go 30 on TikTok where he's always Can't make the play, not really an athlete. That's how I feel about breaking down the Chicago Bears right now. It's brutal. I will say, like, kicker, maybe you could roll with Cairo Santos. Bears D, I don't mind. Bears D is fine. Mac Jones is coming back from an injury. I see them being able to score, 5 DK points. If that's enough at that price point, we'll certainly take that. It does seem like Velus Jones Jr. is going to get more playing time. They let go of Irv Smith Marsetti because he's been terrible. And Velus Jones played a little bit last week, could play a little bit more this week. Didn't look good yet, but he's a cheap price point. Maybe he gets 30% of the snaps, and all he needs is like 2 catches in a game in which I think the Bears will be playing from behind. Like, that could happen. The one player that maybe instead of him, because I don't think Velus Jones has looked good, is the guy that got some preseason chatter, Isaiah Coulter. He just got called up from the practice squad. If we're trying to take a dart throw, we could. Like, Irv Smith Marsetti being gone is going to open up around 30% of the snaps. Maybe. Now we get into the easier side of the game. The New England Patriots, which to me, honestly, these teams are pretty similar. Okay, just how they function. Rhamondre Stevenson is going to be the player that's probably going to be the highest owned on this slate, and he should be. The issue with Rhamondre Stevenson this game is that Damian Harris is back healthy and active. We know Damian Harris is a very solid NFL running back, and really when Damian Harris is on the field, he's going to get touches. Okay, the split is probably going to be about 40-60. Damian Harris, 40%, Rhamondre Stevenson, about 60%. The question is, will the touches and workload still be there for him like the last 2 games have been? I don't think so. Okay, I really don't. We're going to be lucky to get 20 opportunities out of Stevenson. Against the Bears, hopefully that's enough. And I am playing Rhamondre Stevenson, don't get me wrong. Solid matchup against the Bears, but I also want to play Damian Harris. The problem with Damian Harris is he's priced up. And the problem with him is that he's coming back from an injury, and the injury in which it was initially thought would take 4 weeks. It's been like a week and a half. Okay, I guess 2 weeks now. That's kind of crazy. That does worry me. That worries me that he could re-aggravate that injury. To me, Damian Harris has actually been the more impressive, like, pure runner of the two. But when you put everything together, pass blocking, receptions in the passing game, I can see why they default to Stevenson a little bit more. That's my long way of saying, like, it wouldn't be shocking to see Damian Harris continue to get some touchdowns because he's good at it, like, just a good runner. So I do like both of them on the slate, and that's the weird thing, is that I think you can get away with playing both running backs. Receiver wise, I kind of just want to play Jacoby Myers. He is their receiver number 1, playing about 80 to 85% of the snaps per game. We know the targets are mostly going to be there. Over 10 DK points in every game thus far. Even the matchup with the Chicago Bears, a matchup that you're worried about a little bit, I still think Jacoby Myers is going to have a good game. Really, from there, we're trying to decide which Patriots receiver we want to be on. Devonta Parker's snap count has been very strange lately, okay? It went to 52% last week, or 2 weeks ago, and to like 80% last week. He was playing about 90% of the snaps earlier on in the season when he wasn't doing anything. It's just been strange. I do think with, like, Jacoby Myers out, like, we're not going to see, or Jacoby Myers there, we're not going to see Devonta Parker getting 90% of the snaps again. Taekwon Thornton's another play I want to touch on. Okay, Taekwon Thornton this preseason was getting a lot of hype for no reason. Okay, he did not look good. The Patriots were hyping him up. I'm like, this guy is Denzel Mims 2.0. Like, he just didn't look good. And then last week happened where I saw the athletic ability pop. I saw what they had seen from him in camp, and sometimes that's all it takes. We don't get to see all the stuff in preseason. We saw the Patriots design some plays to go to him as well. And that's the big thing I want to call out, is that Taekwon Thornton is a play you could make if you're thinking that there are going to be some design plays going his way. In week 5, his first week back, his first NFL game, he saw 42% of the snaps. Last week, 57% of the snaps. With Kendrick Bourne still out, I do think there's a good chance that Taekwon Thornton could be a decent value-based play. I think you could get 2 design plays to go his way, and you just have to hope that those are going to be big plays. And maybe a player or two develops his way and he's able to make a couple more catches. It's a risky play, but it's a play in which I guess I'm willing to make. It's a play that a player that they've been excited about. The one play that I like, honestly, the most on the Patriots is Hunter Henry, a guy that I'm kind of mad I wasn't able to get in a lot of season-long leagues. Hunter Henry has been playing a ton of snaps. 98% 2 weeks ago. That was with Jonnu Smith out. Okay, we kind of expected that. And then last week, 97% of the snaps with Jonnu Smith back. And that's the big thing. If he's going to be the leading snap getter at 90% of the snaps, like he has been, like he was last season as well, then Hunter Henry is an extremely appealing play. It is a little bit risky, but guys, 5 targets, 7 targets, 9.4 DK points, and 16.1 DK points with that high snap share. If that continues in this game, which I think it should, then Hunter Henry's a great value on the slate. He's someone that you could actually put into the captain spot just to open up some other plays, some other lineup paths that wouldn't be there. The one lineup path that I've ended up on thus far has been this. I don't really love it. Obviously, I'm shooting for upside with Thornton in there, and I just gave you my thoughts on him in the preseason. Not good, but they like him, so I could see that. A lot of people are going to be on the Patriots defense, and I do think that is a correct move. I do think they can get to 8 DK points easily on this site, so that's another maneuver you can make. It's just like, which player do you fade? I would say, like, I'm either fading Thornton or Henry, or even Harris, I guess, for the Patriots defense in some one-off build situations. And still, the one player I want to be on the most for the Bears is going to be Darnell Mooney. Obviously, I don't like the idea of going this big of a split for a build, but that's kind of the way my lineup path has been taking me. All right, real quickly, touching on the head-to-head games available at Stat Hero. So they do have 3 different contest types: Pick'em, Survivor, and then also head-to-head. Head-to-head's my favorite because you know the constraints for it. So for this Thursday Night Football game, all you have to do is kind of select which matchup you want to be targeting, or which lineup you want to be targeting to beat. And like, this one should be the easy one to beat. So select flex. You know, I do see like Justin Fields scoring more than him. I see Darnell Mooney scoring more than Mac Jones. Like, those would be the 2 that I go out of my way to play on this slate for this specific salary build here. So let's just go with Fields. I think you'll be able to scramble on them, and that's what you can do. All right, and then pulling up Sports Battle app. This is kind of just their landing page. It is an app. Okay, so you need to download the app. You can't have the web-based browser on it, but just scrolling through the website, you know, it's pretty sleek. It kind of gives you the basic breakdown of what to expect on the app. Okay, so it's fun stuff. I'm going to pull it up here on my phone to show you guys which bets I like on this Sunday Night Football game. All right, so the over and under passing yards for Mac Jones is 211. And Justin Fields is 167. I am still going to bet the under for Justin Fields, under there, below there. Mac Jones, I'm not going to touch there. Receiving yards. Jacoby Myers. I don't really want to touch the receiving yards, although I will say Darnell Mooney over 44.5 receiving yards. I do like that. That's what I would do. And then maybe Hunter. No, I'm going to do receptions here after that. Okay, David Montgomery over 11.5 receiving yards. I like that as well. You know, it doesn't take much for him to hit that. Heck, he could hit that on the first play, so I do like that. Then we're looking at receptions. I do like over 4.5 receptions for Jacoby Myers, over 3 receptions for Hunter Henry. And then that's it offensively, guys. I don't think we have to go too crazy with it. All right, that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. That does help with the channel, which hopefully in the end will help you guys out as well. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Let's have a good slate. And as always, let's keep cashing.